So today we'll be talking about Leo Sun in the 8th house. So if you haven't seen my Leo Sun video, I definitely recommend watching that. The general meaning video, because there's stuff that I covered there that I'm not going to cover in this one. Because in this case, we're going to be talking about the influence of the 8th house. So the sign of Leo, what Leo is about as a sign is it's about giving value to others. And it's about being a showman, sharing things with others. It's about creation of value, and it's about performance and expression. And the 8th house is about power. It's about control. It's about the acquisition of resources. It's about shared resources and interpersonal forms of dependency. So when we combine those meanings and we have the sun here, this is somebody that often wants to create value using interpersonal resources. And since the sun shows the career, a lot of times this indicates somebody in a position of power or authority. And if you have this placement, you often want to be in control of things when it comes to your career. And you want to be in the highest position possible in terms of power, because there will be this insatiable appetite to level up in life when you have the sun in Leo and in the 8th house. So usually you tend to rise up to the top of whatever corporation that you're a part of. But a lot of times there's a tendency to be self-employed or to literally be the CEO of the operation. Generally speaking, like as I was saying, part of the career can be managing the resources of others, or managing the resources of the institution, or managing money. So this could be somebody that is an investor that has this placement. But usually there is an element of personal interest. So they want to be in a position of power in order to also develop their own resources and to gain personal ego, personal gratification, personal things that they care about, and to put their family in a better position. Also, Leo is about passion, and the 8th house is about desire, and the sun in Leo shows a constant energy or constant state, or like a way of acting, a way of being. So sun in Leo in the 8th house can show somebody that is constantly passionate about what it is that they want or what it is that they desire. So they have this drive for success. This is one of the most driven placements. In addition, these individuals will constantly receive praise and respect from others. And this is something that they may like or that they may want. But what it is with them is they just want to be in a position in order to make the most amount of impact that they can. Like they want to have the most amount of control so they can make progress in the corporation or in whatever thing that they do in their career. They want to be in the position in order to like make changes, if that makes any sense. So if you have this placement and you work somewhere and you don't feel like you can make changes in the way things are run, or you don't feel like you can make any impact, then this won't feel very fulfilling. And usually it would be a sign of like a low confidence, because the sun shows our confidence. So somebody that is confident and that has this placement feels like they deserve to be calling the shots. This is a type of politician placement or a position of power type of indicator placement. And so you can be somebody that's into politics, or you're into big business, And just whatever that your imagination calls you to, that's really what you want to pursue. Um, you have the desire to make a lot of impact, or to acquire a lot of control or a lot of financial gain. Also, this could be somebody that's an activist, but they take the charge of things. Like, so if you had something that you wanted to change in the world, you would also be the type of person that would single-handedly start to get to work on it. Like, you would, for example, start a business that will make the impact that you want, or you will work your way up the ladder to get in the position that you want to be, to make your ideals happen, or to make the changes that you want in the world. The eighth house is also about psychology, so these individuals can be very into entertainment industries and playing towards people's psychology and using people's psychology in order to acquire financial gain. So this is an indicator of things such as advertising and online sales. But on a side note, since the sun rules the father, this indicates that your father figure could have been a powerful person in a position of authority. And this was always somebody that you wanted to live up to. That's what it means. Because you have the sun here, and it was a source of motivation. So also, Leo suns are showmans. They like to show things off. And they like to give value to others. So in this eighth house of power, secrecy, and I guess almost like privacy, but about motives. It's about hidden motives, and it's about the strings behind the scenes, pulling the strings. You're not somebody that necessarily wants to be seen, and you're more focused on being in the position where you can make impact, even if that requires you to be a little bit less known, and even if it's a little less glorious. But on the other hand, since Leo is about showmanship, you can occasionally like to show off your power or your success in some way. So you're the type of person to like show off your achievements from time to time, or tell people, hey, look, check this out. Check out what I can do, or come see what I have access to. Like, that's the type of energy that I'm getting. But also, you like to share it with others. So you like to give of that stuff to others as well, especially people that are your close friends, your associates. You like for others to be able to appreciate that as well, because Leo is about entertainment and pleasure with others. It's about fun and enjoyment. So you like to enjoy the finer things of life with other people, and you like to give others that you care about privileges that will make their life more fun or more entertaining. That's what it means too. But this is a big authority placement, and most of you guys that have this placement are Capricorn risings. So part of your approach to life and your lens on life is to see things through the lens of what matters to other people and what matters to society. And you like to accomplish things that will matter or have an impact. So generally speaking, this is just your natural focus. And this placement only reflects a certain aspect of yourself regarding your focus on success. So this aspect is your power and your success. That's what the sun is showing here in the 8th house, and in Leo. And since the sun in Leo can add an element of competition, and competitiveness, and a desire to be the first, or to be in first place, and also to be somebody that experiences new things and being the first person to experience something, you often are somebody that wants to, well, I should say people that have this placement are often people that want to achieve things that have never been done before, or also they want to like compete for power, like they want to be the first place or the highest position. So again, this really plays into like the political aspect of this placement. Like politics are something that a lot of people with this placement could be successful in, but also big business and capitalism and competing on the market, competing on the market share. Like there's this drive to be first, and usually they have the good favor of the universe because they have that talent and that confidence in order to win and be in first place. And also the eighth house is ruled by Mars. And the eighth house can be a lot about jealousy, competition, envy, and hidden motives. It can be about strategy. So like this is a highly competitive individual that really wants to be in first place. And they don't necessarily want to be seen, but they just want to know that they won and that they are in the position that most has impact, or that matters the most, in a very practical way. They don't just want to be the guy that looks like they matter the most. They want to be the guy that knows that they have the most influence in the operation. So let's see what else. I think I basically covered everything about this placement that I wanted to. But the last thing is the fact that the eighth house rules transformation and it rules upgrades. And so with the sun being in your eighth house and being in the sign of Leo, your ego and your confidence will go through transformations throughout life. And usually it will be upgrades. Like you'll change and be a completely different level of confidence, or a completely different level of status throughout life. Like you'll keep upgrading, and it will be like major transformations, because that's what the eighth house is about. And last but not least, you have this conviction in your vision and in your imagination. You're a visionary of some sort, because the sun in Leo creates that influence of conviction in their beliefs. And in this case, you have the sign of Sagittarius in your 12th house for the most part, most of you guys. So there is a conviction in your imagination and in your vision. And ultimately, you just want to be in a position of power in order to materialize what you believe will be the most beneficial, or to materialize your dreams, your vision, and your imagination. So I think now that I have covered most of what I wanted to for this placement. If there's more stuff that comes up, then I may make another post, or I may make a video for YouTube. But other than that, if you enjoyed this, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. And for natal chart inquiries or for a reading, check the information in the description. If you want my own insight on, a question that you have, and as well as if you want me to look into the astrology of your chart and answer your question with my own opinion as well, and my own insight. But yeah, other than that, check out my Patreon, where I post other astrological content. I post horoscopes every month, and you get early access to each of my sun sign posts and my moon sign posts through each of the houses. So other than that, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you guys sometime soon in another video.